Joshua Engels, would you briefly introduce me into the new esports arena? Since when has it been planned and why?
Oh, sure. The new arena we announced last year, but had been in discussions about planning that since I really started in my position. And the reason why all of that, the discussion started for the new arena construction was because students had really been asking for it. I don't know if you're aware, but our computer science organization for students is actually the largest organization on our campus, and that is very unique for Western Oklahoma. And I'd say it's actually unique for several institutions to have that as the largest organization. So going into this, we knew that students were asking for it, and a lot of students were really passionate about getting into competitive esports. And so there was a discussion, even in my interview process and then afterwards, of discussing what could we do with esports and how would we implement a type of program here on this campus. And that got the ball rolling, and after that we had a lot of support from students and administrators in developing the program. And so that's what myself, Hayden Harrington, and Devin Smoot did this last year. We made a plan of implementation, and we started employing that plan. And you're all seeing the fruit of that labor now, because students are starting to compete in Smash Brothers and Rocket League. And I'm actually very excited because this next year we'll be offering all four options for the students. So we'll have Overwatch, Rocket League, League of Legends, and Smash Brothers. So we'll have actually four distinct teams on campus next year competing.
Wow. And since when has the project been under construction, and why was it delayed?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think a lot of people are asking that same question of me right now. I can answer some of it because I'm aware of some of those pieces, but we were hoping to have it completed by September of 2020. That obviously did not happen. So what happened is, like many construction projects, there's typically a delay. Like the plan of the date you want to open up is rarely the date that you actually begin. So there are some typical normal things that delayed the process. And I also know that when you're doing a large construction project like this, there are several different organizations within and outside the institution that all have to collaborate and work together. And if one piece of that puzzle is delayed, then the rest of that puzzle is delayed. And that's some of what we ran into. There were a few adjustments to the original plans, not significant or major adjustments, but they were adjustments that we did, then have to employ and make changes with the architects. And then, with the technology, we're at the point now where we're finally implementing the technology and putting together the computers and the systems that would support the gaming and the competitions that we'll be hosting. So a lot of audio and video production is being placed into the arena right now and developed for our competitors next year.
Mm-hmm. So what still has to be done now until you finally can open up? What are the last pieces you have to complete?
Well, not much. I'm excited to say not much. So the walls have all been constructed. The doors have been put in place. At the stadium seating was recently put into the arena. So we actually have a lot of the construction actually wrapping up at this point. The phase we're in now is the audio video production phase. So we're inputting the computer systems. We're making sure those systems are all connected. We have a licensing system that we'll have to put together for the games. And some of the lighting is being finalized right now. But then we'll be set. The only other piece then we'll have to wait on is making sure the fire marshal comes out and approves everything once the construction's finished. But all of that really should be finalized, I'm hoping, sometime mid to late May. Mm-hmm. So we would then have a summer community opening, but I'll tell you what I'm more excited about is students. So we will also have a student opening in the fall, because I want students to see what's happened over the summer, and we've been promising them since September we'd have this arena, and so finally we'll have it ready really at the beginning of fall semester.
Yeah. And I see it in your face. You're very excited about this project.
Yeah.
It has been a project since you started your position as new Dean of Students. What makes you most excited about that?
I love video games. I've always loved video games, and if I had this opportunity when I was a student in undergrad or grad school even, I would jump at that chance. And when I see the other students on campus, for example, my eSports management class, those students are they're planning events and coordinating events across campus because they're also very excited about eSports. My class was full this semester, and so that tells me there's a huge culture for gaming here, and all we have to do is set the arena up and we'll have students that are ready to go and ready to compete because they all support gaming in esports competitions. I'm just really excited for students to see the arena and actually start using it and enjoying that space.
Mm-hmm. Maybe one question students ask themselves, you have kind of touched base a little bit on it. We're in rural Oklahoma here and we're talking about video games.
Yes.
And we're talking about high-speed internet.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to ensure that there are no internet outages, for example, during a esports tournament?
That's a great question, and one of the biggest issues that myself, Hayden Harrington, and Devin Smoot have been talking about with our ITS department and with OneNet. So what we've done is we decided that we wanted to put in a direct line designated specifically to the Wellness Center for the esports program. Mm-hmm. So that makes it much less likely that we would have any type of internet outages or disconnects. Obviously, they sometimes do happen even in large competition in arenas, but that will make it less likely that those issues would happen and make sure those connections are safer and more consistent for student competitors.